Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel. And this video is a collaboration that was put together by awesome LeAnne over at the Mennonite Farmhouse. She has done a great job of putting together a group of us who want to tell you about certain foods that we would and would not can again. She is so cool because she's a focus on safety, which I really appreciate because you know me, I'm a safety girl. And she just does a great job. So I hope you go over and make sure that you subscribe and check her out. Hit the little like button and little bell so that you get her notifications, and be sure and check out the list of everyone that she put together, because you're going to get some awesome information from the folks on this collaboration who are going to tell you about some things, 5 things they would not can again, and 5 things they would. So here's my 5 can agains. Let's do that one. I've got them all pulled out here so that I can take a look. First of all, chicken, ugly chicken. You've seen all the recipes, and there's been collaborations about this, using it, creating meals, canning it. I've done a canning video on it. I've done a couple of videos using it. And ugly chicken, that ugly chicken, they just say that it doesn't look great in the jar, but I'm going to tell you what, the broth that's in there is amazing. The chicken is amazing, and you can use it for so much. So home canned chicken, and this is raw pack, and it is awesome. So yes, I would can that again. On the protein side, most of my can-agains right now are on the protein side, and I feel like it has to do a little bit with what's going on right now with how expensive meats are getting. And so definitely would I can beef again? Absolutely. And this is the beef that I recently did, and I canned it. This was in the Canuary collaboration, and I did beef, but I put French onion soup in there. Would I do that again? Absolutely, because it adds an amazing flavor. I made a recipe with this, and I just basically heated it all up and made it kind of a stroganoff, and that onion soup in there is phenomenal. And the onion soup, you can use either like a broth, like a mix that you like, a dry mix of onion soup, or I had some French onion Campbell soup and I use that. Yes, I would can it again because I will add the soup. The other one, another protein, but it's pork. It's raw pack pork, and this turns out amazing. And you can see on the bottom, see that stuff? That is not salt. That is that Mrs. Dash herbal seasoning that you can use in replacement of salt, because I'm trying to replace salt and sugars in our diet, and this gives it a fabulous flavor. So this is, you know what, this is really, really good in an omelet. Like, just break it up in your omelet. It's so good. So yes, I would can pork again, and I would can it with the addition of the Mrs. Dash. So there's 3 things. Now here are 2 things that are not pressure canned, but they are so amazing. One is home canned ketchup. I have to tell you, when you have home canned ketchup, once you try home canned ketchup, you can never go back. The store-bought stuff just doesn't work. This is the best home canned condiment, in my opinion. I will always have home canned ketchup on my shelves. So this is the basic recipe in the Complete Guide to Home Food Preservation from the National Center of Home, the complete guide from the National Center of Home Food Preservation. Free recipe, amazing. I did a video on this, check it out. Although, yes, this is, oh, so good. So then, the last thing I made is an unusual thing, and I actually won a blue ribbon on this when I entered it in the fair. This is so good, and what this is spiced honey. It is really awesome, and it's honey. It's got lemon and cinnamon in it, and it gives it such an amazing flavor. So that is really, really a good one, and I believe that is in the newer Ball Blue Book, or the Ball Book. There's the little Ball Blue Book. I will put a link, or I will post in my description. There's so many Ball books, but it's the little one. It's the square one that's got like the blue cover, and it's the newer Ball book. So that's awesome. And actually, I think it's in most Ball books. It's the spiced honey. So look that up. You can also look it up on the National Center for Home Food Preservation, because you don't see it made very often, but it's not an uncommon recipe. So that's good. So those are my 5s would can again. Let's talk about my 5 would not can again. Oddly enough, even though it's delicious, is I will can it again. I mean, I can't say that I won't because we like it, but this is the clam chowder base, and it's awesome. It tastes really, really good. But I'm thinking I might just can the clams, because if I can the clams and I've got canned potatoes, I can put them all together and make bigger amounts and things like that. So it's just a matter of me wanting to can the ingredients individually instead of combined into one jar. This is enough for like 2 nice bowls, but I'm just thinking, you know, I could just can the clams next time. So that would be one. I probably will can again, but instead next time I'm going to think about, if I've got clams, I'm just going to can the clams. I did this one before because I still am not a fan of this. This is the chicken curry from that newer ball book. And I guess I expect curry to taste differently. I had to do so much to make it taste right to me that I just felt like it's more work. It's like a jar of additional work to me, and I like jars that make my life simple. And this one didn't. And this is the chicken curry recipe that's in that newer ball book also. So not a recanner. And this isn't even one that I would can the individual ingredients to create it. Just not doing it. I would rather use my ugly chicken and put it in a pot with my curry and my vegetables and mix it all up and make it that way. That's easier because I wouldn't have to kind of work on it. The other thing is fiddleheads. Now, if you like are from Maine and stuff, you'll know these are the little tiny tops of certain ferns, and they're really good. They taste like a pickled asparagus, but when I tell people that these are ferns, they don't want to eat them. So like I make a bunch of them, and then it takes us a long time to eat them because I have so many other pickles. So I will maybe can these again, but these aren't going to be my go-to every year. Let's go get some fiddleheads and can them kind of thing. So there's that. And that's one. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, grapes. I just won't do green grapes. I will do, however, purple grapes. So this is a little bit weird. So these are those really, really dark purple grapes. And when you can them, they taste like cherries. So that's awesome. But the green grapes just lose their flavor. Like I thought I would make these and I would put them in like big like ambrosia salad. I can, but they don't taste really grapey. They just kind of lose their flavor a little bit. So I'm probably not, and grapes are kind of spendy. So I think I would rather just eat them fresh or cut them fresh into a fruit salad as opposed to canning them. So that is a not canner again, which is sad because they kind of look cool, don't they? Okay, there's that. And then lastly, I would not can the beer mustard. It's awesome. It tastes fantastic. The only thing is, it's very expensive to make. The ingredients, when you go get the mustard seed and stuff, it's very expensive to make. And I was talking to a friend of mine at one of the other channels, and she wanted to make this, and she's like, oh my gosh, I could not believe how expensive the mustard seeds are. So the only reason I wouldn't can this again is just because of the cost of it. I mean, for me, canning is to, you know, there's things you're going to make, like these are really awesome. These are the mustard green beans, mustard green beans. They're so good. These are the pickled mustard beans, really good. But, and they're not bad because you're just going to use, oops, sorry, you fell over. You're just going to use regular mustard. But this you actually have to create with the mustard seed, and they're just too expensive right now. So that's that. That is my 5 do's and 5 don'ts in my canning pantry. That's about it. So I'd be interested in knowing what you guys, just because I saw it, definitely I would can the candied jalapenos. Oh my gosh, those are so good. So good. I love those. See, I look around and I'm thinking, ooh, that's good. And ooh, that's good. There's just so many really good things that you can have on your pantry shelf. Why put all the effort into something you're really not going to eat? Like this curry. Of course, I had to make it to know that it was not going to be my favorite, but not going to do it again. So anyway, when you find the few things or the number of things that you love, focus on those, because when it comes down to times that you're going to have to rely on your pantry, and quite frankly, a lot of people are relying on their pantries pretty heavily right now just because of the cost of food. So you want to walk in and see a pantry filled with food that you like, that you're going to eat, and that your family will eat. So that's that. I hope you got some good information from that. And there it is. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.